Yeah, she gave it away. Yeah.
Is it a deed restriction, an old deed restriction?
Yes, it is.
You want me to read it?
From 1938.
They have it in, there's a lot of neighborhoods in Charlotte like that.
I think
No, but the restrictions on there are like,
that.
It makes sense
dang.
though, because Ardmore didn't want us in there.
Because I can't get my hands on it right now.
All right, so second, no lot or any part thereof shall be leased, sold, or otherwise disposed of to any person other than the Caucasian race. And no person of other than the Caucasian race can occupy the said premises except as a servant of the owner or an occupant of the said premises.
hard copy of that one?
Tammy has the hard copy.
I was like, wow.
You took it to his office and did you give you a copy or did
That's
you?
going, that's, I'm about
No, he
to, that's
took a
my
picture
morning
on my
video.
desk.
Whatever you got, cancel it. Which property is this?
Ardmore.
Yeah, we gonna buy that one. So this was in 1938. When was the next transfer?
I think it was,
Had to be in the 60s.
yeah. But can you imagine if they had tried to put that in as a restrictive?
I know.
covenant?
They have that. There's a lot of neighborhoods in Charlotte like that. A lot.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. Where you can't sell or own as a black. You can't occupy.
Wow.
It's in the deed restriction from the builder.
Yeah, but that doesn't count anymore.
No, it, obviously 1968 changed all of that. But
Right.
But the fact is, it's so.
that
right
just
there.
shows you. A lot of people don't even know that's a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a thing.
Yeah, because they said there's a lot of laws.
Neighborhood.
They said there's a lot of laws on the books down here that is very racist, but they just don't defend it.
If this ain't red line, I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just go with 52. I told them, like, when I was doing driving for dollars, I used the memory that I know about the history that they said how when they were building highways and railroads, they purposely drilled it through the middle of the neighborhoods to separate the white from the blacks and to separate the rich from the poor. Go up 52 and look at your right side and look at the left side.
And now you got it in
You
black
will
and white.
see the distinct separation.
Yeah,
You know, I was like, wow.
it's cleaner on this side.
Like literally go in there and look at the map of Winston-Salem and look at all the zip codes that we say we're targeting. 27106, 27104, 27103, 27127. They're all on the west side of 52.
Yep.
Well, I already did my morning workout today. Did 3+ miles out downtown.
Right.
Most people don't work out once a day. So if you're saying work out twice a day for 75 days, that alone is a challenge. So I only ran like a mile and like a quarter, but the rest was just walking jog.
Okay.
Start at 7, be back home 7:45, eat, shower.
Yeah.
Feel good though,
Fly. Trade Street and Martin Luther King all the way down to Liberty down to back to 5th Street, down 5th Street, up Church Street, down towards Wake Forest.
Because you're trying to kill the time.
You gotta
I'm
get the
like,
time.
where do I go?
Yeah. You gotta get the time.
And then after like 25 minutes, I said, all right, I'm gonna jog for a minute, walk for a minute, stretch for a minute, and I just kept rotating that.
So I did my first mile in like 13:2. I was just moving my feet. I wasn't even really jogging around.
Yeah, well, for 45 minutes, you don't want to have a crazy pace out the gate.
Good morning, IG. Happy Monday. Back in the office after a trip to Mexico. So check this out. Here's why it's very important that we actually go out and purchase and buy property. I mean, purchase and keep it. Watch this. All right, so my paralegal who is in the office is doing a title search on a property that I am purchasing. It says no lot nor any part therefore shall be leased, sold, or otherwise disposed of to any person other than the Caucasian race, and no person other than the Caucasian race can occupy the said premises except as a servant of the owner or occupant of said premises. So this right here was 1938. Ain't that long ago. 1938. This was in the deed of the property. The deed. Let that sink in. So I'm keeping this one. We're gonna throw some parties. All right, TikTok, so check this out. I'm in my office and I'm doing a title search on a property that we're going to purchase. Well, actually, I'm not doing a title search, my paralegal is. But check this out. I want you to see this deed and this deed restriction. So I want you to read this with me. It says, no lot nor any part therefore shall be leased, sold, or otherwise disposed of to any person other than the Caucasian race, and no person of other than the Caucasian race can occupy the said premises except as a servant of the owner or occupant of the said premises. This was in 1938. This is crazy. I'm gonna buy this property and I'm gonna throw hella parties in there just for the folks in 1938. They ain't that long ago. That's not that long ago. Your grandma is around. She couldn't buy a property in this neighborhood. It's 82.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. 100 years.
So we're thinking about getting on radio, and how do you feel about that?
It's y'all decision.
No, I mean as far as legality. Francis, you were supposed to give me a template.
Yeah, you can say what you want to say. We're not licensed.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you say that you're buying, yeah, you want to buy it yourself, yeah.
I would just like.
Yeah, but yeah, thanks to remind me, I'm going to look for it right now. And add, just so he has.
My friends got ads all the time. You just gonna say the same thing that the website says. Just re-summarize it.
Yeah.
What I see already is y'all trying to recreate some new savvy things.
No, you actually just said exactly what I said. I feel like we don't need to recreate anything. We need to use what we have and use it effectively before we start recreating anything.
And if you're gonna go radio ads, who you targeting? What radio station you think about?
102, 97.1, and 107.1.
Who listens to 102?
Well, like the wholesalers. Like, these are the people who are like the 80% of Winston-Salem, the poor people.
So the wholesalers themselves.
Yeah.
Describe a wholesaler in like an avatar.
The avatar, they will be like the more hustle mentality, the more like age 18 to 28.
Okay. And then male, female?
Both.
Okay.
By doing what we just said right now, the only thing we're gonna be spending money on is the radio ads.
No, you gotta spend money on all this stuff. Remember, 11 grand of your budget's already.
Yeah. I agree. So what are you saying? So when we use Deal Machine, is that gonna come out of the budget?
Depends.
So bandit signs.
Y'all can't even spend $35,000.
No, we don't have anything to spend it. Like I said, we're just using what you have.
I think it's wrong. I think you're wrong.
And enlighten me.
Yeah, alright, so this website is, I have the template already, so just when you guys are ready to order, look at it, but, so you're gonna order double-sided 30-inch stakes, 30-inch metal H frames.
30 inch?
Yeah, I think that's how tall they are, something like that. You don't want the short ones that's so low to the ground. Y'all ain't stretching the limits to see what works.
And that's what this is for.
And your RVM and text?
Huh?
Did I send you something where the used a text messaging system that I own in Burlington and Greensboro, and in 1 day locked up in 1 week locked up 3 deals.
Using, what was it, RVM?
Using text.
Yeah.
You got text is inside the RVM platform now.
Yeah. The one thing I do say in my mind is like, damn, how can we operate normal in a time that is not normal?
You got to. I was on a call this Sunday And the guy said he sent out 10,000 texts in a day.
Right.
10,000 texts in a day. I forgot what he had, but he ended up getting 2 contracts.
Okay.
So you look at everything we do on the scale.
What market?
Los Angeles, a very hard market.
Okay. I think we can't use markets like that to compare with our market.
You go straight to an excuse.
No.
Listen.
You say numbers don't lie, right? And hold on, just hear me out.
There's at least 100 cash transactions that happen in Forsyth County every single month.
Okay, but are those all, like, how many of that is just regular people buying their house?
Not many. The interest rates are too low to even make that, for it to make sense. I just think you're looking at it wrong, but I'll prove it. Because when you see a cash transaction, if it's in the high end, then you know that was a rich person moving from.
Correct, 100%.
But we don't have that. You got Netflix? Go home and watch about 3 episodes of the Michael Jordan Netflix of The Last Dance. Watch the first 3 episodes. And the reason why
The last what?
go watch it's called The Last Dance.
Last Dance.
Right?
And you say watch the last 3 episodes or just watch 3 episodes?
Just watch whatever you can. If you can watch the whole thing for 3-4 hours, go ahead and watch it. But I'm telling you, I watched that on the flight back. To have people around you, you gotta have people who have the desire to win. Point blank. I don't care what winning means to nobody.
Yes.
You just gotta have the desire
100%.
to win.
100%.
Mediocre don't stand a chance in here.
No, I agree with you. And I'm just
So if we was cleaning toilets, we would need to be the best cleaning toilet crew in the country.
Yes, to get ahead.
Just because it's out of satisfaction. That this bowl shine like nobody else's bowl. Period. If people don't have that in them, then they can't even really be around me.
All right, and I hear you, but this is what I'm gonna say to you. Just me being an observant person like I am, observing your success and listening to equations that you even brought more realization to me. Like, say for example, like what is a 1%er? Like what money really determines or makes you a 1%er? For you to let me know that is literally $500,000 a year, that's a lot of perspective that puts into you. Another thing I saw from you is looking at your hard work from when you were just the regular, my brother, to where you are now. But to see the ripple that you have created nationwide, not in Winston-Salem, but nationwide. You see what I'm saying? Going back to that same analogy, what makes you a 1%er? So if it takes that little just to make you a 1%er, and the more you get from there makes you a 0.01% or a 0.001%er, then if that 1% needs that little to be there, then the 99% ain't doing shit. And that's the normal. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm saying that is that there's more people fitting in the normal equation than fitting in your equation. You are the abnormal part of this equation. You are the anomaly. You see what I'm saying? You are not the norm. You see what I'm saying? But you are trying to convince the norm to be more like you. It will never happen.
So here's where I'm going to separate the 2 conversations. Yes, you're right, the conversation. But when I say the desire to win and success doesn't really equate to money. Right? So when I look at when I see Dave and Dave puts out a video, he tries to make sure it's perfect before it goes out. He has a desire to make sure it goes out on time.
In your work, you want quality
work. And it bothers him if it doesn't. You can physically see it bother him that, damn, I didn't make the deadline.
Yeah, that's something totally different.
So if you don't have that desire to win, whatever it is, then we've all worked.
No, that's a different conversation.
We've all worked manual labor jobs. You and I work some of them at the same time.
Yes.
You have certain people that are just okay with getting the job done. And then you have certain people that will spend the extra time to make sure the cable that ran through the wall the correct way, it was lined, it was drilled certain feet.
That's what we have. I agree.
So those things then equate to success.
I agree.
How often you can do those things may equate to monetary success as well too.
Good argument.
So you have So you have people that work at factories that are perfectionists. They work on an assembly line. Yeah, they work on so a little part of the line. They'll never make more than $20, $25 an hour. So they'll never be in the 1% of America. But they have the desire to do it to win.
Okay, but let me show you something else. How many sleepless nights did you take in your room studying all of these courses and do it because you knew that was your commitment? So what I'm saying is the 99%, they are not going to give that level of communication. He might be on his factory line, but you think he became a perfectionist because he went home and studied it? No, because his ass stood at that same spot in the same line for the last 5 to 10 years at the same salary, and that's how he perfected his job.
But perfecting it and having the passion to perfect it are two different things.
Correct. You know what I'm
so
saying?
like just because you can do something perfect don't mean you have the passion to do something perfect.
So I guess what I'm trying to say, the thing that made you great is how you're able to scale that to take it to an independent level.
The desire to get things done is greater than the desire not to.
Right.
I mean, now, because when you talk, I think about it, right? And I'm like, okay, so, when I can't sell a property, I feel bad about that.
I physically can see it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying about Dave. I physically can see that it bothers you.
It bothers
and that gives
me
the emotion that you're on track.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying you gotta do everything right. I'm saying when you do things wrong, it has to bother you. And when things are not complete, it has to bother you.
Right.
Because that's in the stride. When it bothers you, when it stops bothering you, and it's 4:59 and you're gone, and this thing is still there, that bothers me because you have no desire. You don't have a burning desire to get it done right.
Yeah.
Or get it done. Or you know what I'm saying? So for that, you can't be in this type of environment because it's so ever changing. This is not an assembly line. No 2 days when you come in here, you're gonna hit the same hammer with the same part and move. No 2 days are gonna be the same. So you have to have the desire to be able to wanna be great in whatever is thrown at you each day.
Look at the pictures. There's a property in Ardmore.
The pool don't scare me because there's only a few things that can, like your pump. Your pump is your main thing that can be wrong with the pool, but really it's just plumbing part. So as long as it was taken care of, which it looks like it had a cover on it. I used to work at neighbor pools, so I used to do.
So there's the thing. But Zillow says it's worth about 189.
And we get it for how much?
It's 100.
But Zillow's probably exaggerated a little bit.
Oh, right now?
I'll be over there in a short.
Dice que ya va para allá.
What's going on, buddy? I have to send him to give me a mask.
How you doing, my friend?
How you doing?
Good to see you. How you doing?
My friend. This is Jeff. He works with me in my plumbing business. He also does everything that we don't do. He takes care of for me.
Got it.
But so what we're doing is all this is gonna get storefront, new stores.
Yeah.
New glass, all the way to the floor. And it's gonna continue all the way down into the other building. Because you see it only has one door and 2 windows?
Yeah.
We're doing a restaurant, laundry mat right here, and I want to do a juice bar on the other side. But he's saying you might be interested in renting something.
You know I like to buy it too.
You like to buy it too?
Yeah.
So look, take a look at this out here. So what I was gonna do,
How's the roof?
it sucks. It's got some leaks,
Yeah.
but I quoted 2 roofers on it. One came in me with 27,000, and the other one at 16,000.
My God, what a difference.
But I told that second guy that I would loan him 2 or 3 guys for 2 days, 2 of my guys, to peel the roof and take the gravel off and everything. Go ahead of him peeling the stuff up and changing up the plywood and whatever's wrong with it.
Yeah.
And so, but that's for a whole new roof. That's all that white liner all the way up the walls, looping over, and then covered up on top.
That's not bad. It's a big roof.
It's a big building, bro.
How big is it all together?
I believe it's 96 by 57 or something. I forget.
6,000 square feet?
Something like that, yes. I don't know. Can you do you have the paper where it says the square footage? I've got all these numbers written out, but I've been running so many.
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah, I know
And
you
got a
always
plumbing
doing
company,
stuff.
I gotta
Yeah,
keep running numbers on. But so we have all this stuff here. All this, I was gonna tear out all the concrete.
Yeah.
I already got an estimate on all the concrete.
How about-
doing all the back, all the way to atrás?
Yeah, it's gonna be like the parking, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
You wanna look at it?
This area needs this. You know that, right?
I think so, buddy.
No, I know so.
But I was talking to him, and he was telling me that family dollar was 1.6 million worth right now. That's only $1 in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How much could I make this if I put 2 restaurants and a laundromat in it? I had asked him if you wanted to buy it. He said no.
At the right price, you know I buy anything. What's the right price?
How far back does this go?
So this goes all the way back over here to this end.
Oh, okay.
It's a nice neighborhood too. And
No, it's a great neighborhood, man. It goes all the way back there.
Yeah, was gonna check that out.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what we're saying. Yeah, so it's a good.
I know, but I mean, when do you think you're starting that other hotel?
That's not. And then you can buy this house over here. Well, no, you don't need it.
No, this is
Okay.
So tell me how you buy it. Why you buying it? You said you got a good deal on it or something?
Decent deal. So basically I'm around the 320 range with what I gave him in and everything that we're at. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What I put into tearing it, taking all the shit out that he had left in there.
Yeah, you cleaned it up.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm around the 320 range,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm at. Would you be interested in buying it or what?
At what price?
I have to think about it, but I will think I didn't know there was an option.
Yeah, we were supposed to buy a building the other day on Street and the deal fell through.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you give me some time, I'll give you a call later on today and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, because at the same time,
It's a great building to hold on to because you look across the street.
I already gave this guy some money. That's the thing.
Yeah, so you got a deposit with him.
But if you want to, I'll talk to this guy and let me see, and we'll definitely have a conversation about it later. I didn't know it was something on the table.
I think because this is about to be an extension of downtown in a
think so,
sense,
too.
right? Right now it's the poor man's Ardmore.
Yeah.
And then you have, that stuff right there, and you got Slappy's down on the corner doing well, and the Family Dollar.
Well, I was looking over here, they're doing those nice little houses.
Oh yeah, I love those houses.
Lego houses.
Yeah,
They just look like they got.
I'd build one right there I'd love those houses.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, if it's an option, I'll give you a call. I was gonna close these windows out, open that one back up that they closed right there, open that one, close these windows out, stucco the building. I like that painting that they did over there on the side. Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm. Driving by, yeah.
I like that painting they did over the side. But I mean, when you look at it, new roofing, electrical, all this stuff, it's gonna be a lot better than all those buildings over there.
Yeah, and you got good parking.
Yeah, and my building's gonna look a lot nicer than all those buildings over there. And what are those buildings worth right now?
It's all about the cash flow.
And then this is what this would look like.
What is he charging you for all that glass?
34.
It's not bad. I mean, that'll change the whole front.
It's gonna change the whole building. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna, basically, you can put paint on it, stucco because this brick looks old. But the glass in the doors is what's gonna make this building look like it's new.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and the stucco too.
And the stucco, yeah.
Obviously.
And you're looking at it, and it's not that expensive. And so from there, then we have to go inside to see what we're gonna do on the inside.
Just raw shell. Put a nice raw shell. Unless you're gonna build what you want, the restaurants and stuff.
Yeah. But I'll give you a call today.
What my goal by the end of the year is to identify a piece of property, right? A large tract of property that we can do a build to rent neighborhood.
Built to rent.
So we're gonna build like the one we did off Peace Haven.
Man, that one in Peace Haven, it's just.
I found the guy who built it. I'm trying to get an interview with him.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was talking to Victor about it this morning, it's like you don't have to complicate yourself because they're all the same.
Exactly.
Just a square
Probably
box.
got 3 floor plans.
It doesn't have to be so pretty or anything. Just just have some square footage, and they're all the same, and they're all it's such a less amount.
You gotta skirt it, Francis, push the top down.
Oh. You know what I mean?
But let me tell you, I've done a lot of reading on this BTR. It's called build to rent, and if you can create, and what happens is it's kind of perfected by.
Okay.
But then now this asset class, what happened is all these guys with these fund money, they're trying to move away from buying these apartments.
Okay.
Because people say, well, why wouldn't somebody just build a 100-unit apartment? Because the exit is terrible. You'll get your money, but your exit is going to be bad.
Why?
Because it's hard to find. There's only other institutional buyers that's going to buy your
asset.
Correct. So if you're building for $70,000 and you keep for 10 years, you collect your rent, right?
Right.
And then you go back to sell, you're only going to sell at a 5-6% cap rate. So what happens is you only got a short amount of a short list of buyers who's just going to buy a 100-unit apartment complex. But when you go exit your BTR, it's a whole nother jolt of cash. So you go from, you built it for 65, 70, and you're selling it for 150, 165.
Why do you sell them at a unit at a time?
Yeah.
You can.
You turn it into that's why it's different. So they say in your
you can do. Yeah, it's yours. You can do it if you want. Hey, no.
Correct.
These are just individual homes.
You know what? That storm is. I'm gonna
look at that.
Detour. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the office.
You were showing the deed or whatever. Is that something you was trying to buy?
I'm buying it. It was just, that wasn't, because they do the deed search and they go back so far. So that was a 1938 deed, and then when it sold in the 60s, obviously they had to take that sentence out or that paragraph out. But it was just interesting to see it in plain writing that, because I've heard about it before in Charlotte, but just never seen it in writing.
I've seen it before. I've seen it at least 3 times since I've been in Winston.
And that's a house in Ardmore.
I've seen it 3 times, and you know who it was that was doing it?
Who?
R.J. Reynolds.
Really?
Yeah, R.J. Reynolds. I have seen that 3 times. That's when I was peeking through it. I couldn't see the whole document, but I've seen that language 3 times since I've been doing real estate. 3 times I've seen it, and it was all R.J. Reynolds. That's the stuff they used to do.
Wow. Yep. I've never seen it. I mean, it's just, because we was having our 9 o'clock meeting, and Tammy was like, look what I found on this deed search. Amazing.
They wasn't intending for us to have them. That's why I think I'm gonna put on your thing. That's why I keep telling y'all, put something on your daggone.
Put it on the board. And it's crazy that some people can really sit and say, there was no systemic racism or there's that, that's just a imagination thought or something. That's crazy.